Hello everyone, welcome back to Dwarf Fortress, Spearwonders. We are back today in 4705, the old OG Dwarf Fortress, because we still have a fort to finish. And also, I'm probably going to keep playing 4705 for a while, because it's what we've been playing for, what, almost a year and a half, 2 years now? So, I'm pretty used to this version. So yesterday I did try and do some recording, and the quality of it was just not there. So a couple things did happen while you guys were away, but nothing too major. We finished roofing up this little trap hallway, and now I'll show you. The plan is that the goblins or what have you will enter through here and get trapped. Hopefully all of them will be trapped by the time they reach down here where we'll have a little doorway open. We also finished this little guild hall over here for the rangers to teach in, and they seem to enjoy it. I have two little statues of rangers or dwarves embracing crossbows down here, two silver statues. We also did get a new artifact, which is a pigtail robe, and that's all it is, just a pigtail robe. The story of its creation was pretty funny. The creator of the artifact gave birth and then immediately fell into a fey mood, left her baby crawling around outside, then made the artifact, then went to actually take care of her baby. So, that's all you missed. Let's hop right in. Oh, we just reached a new season, spring. So that would make it our second year here. Yep, it is now 252. Oh, another little thing I did is I made a little non-denominational temple here for our dwarves to worship at. It's currently pretty ugly, but we'll fix it up soon. Here's just a little bit of Dwarf Fortress lore for people who might not know. Dwarf Fortress randomly generates music and poetry, and you can actually look at the poetry, or the music. This is a music page, and you can see like what it's all about. Like this song is an example of the Wondrous Flower, and the Wondrous Flower has Quosha is always doing the main melody, Nenny always does the counterpoint melody, and all the instruments all have like this role. The Onyad pentatonic scale is thought of as two disjoint chords spanning two perfect fourths. These chords are named Stalkon and Ikmon. Like all of this is just, it's fascinating, really. Like look at that. So just something that's interesting. If you want to do this for yourself, if you're on Classic, you just go to the jobs page, which is J, and then you go down to, so here, this person is listening to music, and then you view the job activity. Oop, it's J, not, so press J again. There you go. And it looks like someone here is simulating the instrument. That's really, I actually didn't know that. That's really interesting. Oop. Yep. And this is the same page, I'm pretty sure. Pretty fascinating. If I find poetry, someone saying poetry, I'll let you guys know. Because it's also very interesting to read. I don't fully understand this, but there are oysters and mussels just chilling on the floor of my forge. I don't quite understand that. Because I don't think they're dead. I think they're alive. They're just hanging out. Pro tip, don't make cage traps until you have the cages ready, because you will just get spammed with these cancellation notifications. In case anyone cares for an update on our beloved Potato, when was she born? Maybe episode 2? She is now grown to become a baby. Oh, here we go. Got a poem right here. The fishmonger is reading, My friend Meals is an example of the prim pregnancy. The work has no particular subject. The writing is clearly organized, and it is forceful. Overall, the poetry is great. The prim pregnancy is a poetic form originating in the Dangerous Kingdoms. The rules of the form are applied by poets to produce individual poems which can be recited. The poem is a single tercet. Use of vivid imagery is characteristic of the form. Each line has 7 syllables. Every line of the poem has an incital caesura. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Every line of the poem has an initial caesura. The first line is ribald. and intended to describe the past. The second line is reflective and intended to develop the previous idea concerning current events. The third line is solemn and intended to move away from previous ideas concerning the future. It must make use of simile. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, B. Isn't that just amazing? I don't know. This is probably one of the cases where I truly understand the amazing, the beauty of the random generation in this game. And I don't think that's exaggerating to say that if anyone here is smarter than I am, why are people just sleeping in the middle of the floor? Do they just not have time to get to the dormitory? Because I imagine that might be possible. The dormitory is kind of out of the way. Okay, we got another migrant wave. How many do we have here? So we were at 66 before. The Guild of Shells, a fishery worker guild, has been established. That's interesting. We should build them a guild hall. So I think we're done. That was a very large migrant wave. We're at 91 dwarves now. 91. Okay. Since we have so many new migrants, I'm going to let them keep their current jobs for now, and we'll maybe add them to our specific pre-named jobs later. On the bright side, I have finally filled up all of those cage traps that we have built. So I'm going to build all the rest of the cages first before I build any more cage traps. That was a lot of notifications. Oh, we have another petition. Guild of Shells wants a hall. That's not surprising. Let's go ahead and do that then, I guess. Alright, we got another petition for the Oaken Company, which is a farmers guild. Alright, here's our fishery worker guild hall, the Fisher of Fishes. I'm sorry, it's an awful name. If you can think of a better one, let me know. But that's it for now. Still gotta furnish it, though, to make it actually a guild hall. Okay, and we're also going to make gold statues for the guild hall for the fishery workers, and we're going to have the dwarf fighting with a giant horseshoe crab on each gold statue. And for some reason, RNG wanted to name this image the Lance of Falls, and I am not going to say no to that. So there we go. Build those statues, please. Oh boy, got a notification. Ubul Otenglor, Professor, has been possessed. Let's follow him closely to see what he does. He's already taken a workshop, taking a craft dwarf's workshop. Hopefully he has everything he needs. Taking some wood, it looks like. And some more wood. Oh, and he left the level. It stopped following him as soon as he claimed the shop. Taking some gems. Took something from a barrel. Shell, maybe? He's taking a lot of things. More gems. This is going to be an interesting artifact, I hope. And he's begun the mysterious construction. Bul Otangalor Presser has created Sestangadan, a cherry wood amem. Oh, it's an instrument, I think. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Razor died. This is a cherry wood amem. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with cushion-cut green tourmalines, decorated with peach wood, and encircled with bands of cherry wood and cushion green tourmaline cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of gray chalcedony and menaces with spikes of cherry wood and mudstone. On the item is an image of dwarves in silvery gibbon leather. The dwarves are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Spearwonders by light orbs of the Brandon Avalanche in the early years of 250. On the item is an image of Cadol Vessel Hall, the dwarf and dwarves in pigtail. Cadol Vessel Hall is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Cadol Vessel Hall to the position of king of the Brandon Avalanche in the year 1. The amim is a mid-sized handheld glass musical instrument, above which hang 39 wooden bells. The musician uses a metal keyboard to select which of these bells are struck. The instrument has a 5.5 octave range, going from a low to an extremely high pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a vibrating, raspy timbre. The middle register begins at the middle pitch and has a noisy, warm, heavy, flat timbre. A high register begins at mid-high pitch and has a steady, strong, strident timbre. The top register begins at a very high pitch and has a vibrating, raucous timbre. I think that's probably the coolest artifact I've ever gotten. An instrument artifact is amazing. All right, so we're gonna make statues for our other guild hall, the Oaken Company, which is farmers, and I'm just gonna have them be plump helmets. And the image is called the baldness of oiling, which is perfect, so we'll keep it that way and do that. We have 131 bars of iron already. I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing with those. I'm gonna find some kind of use of them for them. Yeah. Okay, so I was just on the Dwarf Fortress wiki looking up how fishing worked because I wanted to make sure I knew exactly how it worked. Let me just read this for you. How dwarves fish. Fishing requires no equipment, as fisher dwarves have developed a highly superior fishing method. When tasked, the dwarf will go out to a body of water they have picked and wade in, knee deep. The dwarf then simply lowers his prestigious beard into the water and waits. Inevitably, a fish will arrive, attracted by the remains of the dwarf's last meal still lodged in his beard. When the fish makes the fatal error of attempting to acquire his morsel, it is hopelessly entangled. In some kobold societies, they fish exclusively with nets made from dwarf beard hair. The only flaw in this method is that devilish carp have learned to drag dwarves into rivers by their beard. In some instances, when the carp rips out a significant portion of the fisher dwarf's beard, he will simply allow himself to drown. Most dwarves see this as more honorable than returning home in horrible, beardless shame. Alright, it is time. We have our first siege for this fort. A vile force of darkness has arrived. Oh boy. Where are they coming from? They're coming from the southeast here. Goblins. If it's just these, what, 8 goblins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins. I think we'll be okay. But just in case, let's set up a burrow, which I hate doing. Burrows are so annoying. Let's do it anyways. So we're going to go to military alerts. Add an alert. Let's name it Goblin Mode. Alright. Sorry, I was smashing my keyboard there. Add new burrow. Name burrow. Also Goblin Mode, so we know. Let's just kind of define the outer portion of the fort. And then once we're underground, making burrows is easy. Just kind of make something wide enough to fill out pretty much everything. Also want to include the outside area, I think. Yeah. Okay. And make sure the rumors are active. And then try and get everyone inside as quickly as possible. I think that's most everyone. Oh, there's just a ranger out there. But I think everyone is inside now, so we're going to go ahead and say pull the lever. Do it now. Alright. And now we wait. Oh, duh. I also need to open up this little wall right here so that they'll actually go in. Do it right there. And now we wait, and I'll be back once the goblins start to wander in. Oh, Already we're seeing some fight. I forgot about the animals. The animals will be okay though. Or they won't, but that's okay because they've been kind of annoying. That is too violent for YouTube. um, okay. So, Goblin just beat the crap out of my animals. And teeth went flying everywhere. Goblins. Alright. It looks like they're starting to come in though. Let's zoom in on the action. Oh, alright, there's our first goblin. Oh, and he's caught. Come on. They're looking a little scared now. Oh, they're backing up. Come on. And they start to advance. And they're going. And they're going. Oh, caught in a cage. Oh, another one in a cage. And in a cage. I think that's all of them. Oh, nope, there's still a ton down here. And the second wave of goblins begins to approach. And they're going in the tunnel. Oh, caught again. Other ones run away. Did they leave the map? They left the map. Oh, the siege notification has gone away. I don't know when it did that, so that means we're no longer under siege. All the goblins have been captured. Good job, dwarves. So we can turn off goblin mode. Let's see. Alerts. Inactive. And it's been a while since I've caged goblins, so I'll have to figure out what I want to do with them. So before I forget, let's go ahead and wall back up our fortress, because cage traps won't work for everyone. Titans, I think, can't be caught, and some like giant creatures. I think cyclopes can be caught by a cage trap, but yeah. Go ahead and wall that back up so that we're safe. I guess our fame from the successful goblin mission was heard round the world, so we have another migrant wave. Alright, we're at 103. Let's see what this gets us up to. Alright, we're up to 113. Not too bad, but this fort is quickly turning into an example or lesson of why you should turn on population cap. Because the default is 200, and that's a very big fort to have to deal with, but we'll be fine. I don't know why these dwarves are drinking from the river. We have drinks. We've got our mayor's room finished. It's just all the furniture he wants, and then a gold statue of himself. So hopefully that satisfies the requirement. So for use of our iron, we're going to start studding our furniture with iron, because that doesn't use fuel, according to the Dwarf Fortress Wiki. So that'll be a good way to get rid of our iron and also increase the value of our objects, so that'll be nice. So I finally decided to make a bigger food stockpile. Looks like we had a lot of food laying around, because, oh my gosh, those dwarves are getting to it. Probably just carrying one seed at a time. Until I find something else to do with the goblins, we're just going to keep them down here. Let me know if you have ideas on what I can do with them. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the fishery workers have a guild, so the fishers dwarfs wanted a guild too. And now they need a guild hall. Alright. Let's do that. I tried to make a circle again for the other hall. I forgot how to do it and didn't care to look it up, so we're just going to have a square one for here. Winter is upon us. No trade caravan this year. That's weird. I wonder what happened. I think we really need to stop making prepared meals. This is getting a bit ridiculous. I think that's why we can't brew things, because we keep running out of meal storage. Alright, we finished the guild hall for the fisher dwarves. I just put in some statues of jellyfish. So that's our 4th guild hall. Quite a few guilds in our fort. Uh-oh, the ice just unfroze, and as we know, it happens immediately. So the little guy over here just fell right in. Oh, and it's the river, too. Let's hope he can get out. Nope, he just died. That's not good. Oh, that was a nicknamed character, too. friend. Oh yeah. Was that one of our original 7? I think it was. It's too bad. And we're not going to be retrieving his corpse because that is dangerous, so let's make him a memorial slab. So we should already have the slabs created, so we just need to engrave it. Once again, we have people drinking from the river, even though we have drinks. I don't understand these dwarves. Also, they're drinking from the river where their friend is currently, like, dead at the bottom of. Okay. Apparently that had happened somewhere else. I don't know if I remembered this, but I made this guy a memorial slab. Because he started haunting us. Spring has arrived, which means we are here at our 3rd year. That's amazing to think about. So yeah, first of granite 253. I think with that, that's a great stopping point. It was an eventful year, for sure. This 252. Got a raid. Had a bunch of babies born. Like, so many. A lot of these were born this year. And many other things, but hopefully there's many more eventful things to come, and I hope you join us next time.